Hello students, welcome to the online classes of geography. This is my third class of this chapter, India Size and Location, and the topic of today's discussion is India and the world and its neighbors. Under this heading, I'm going to discuss the subtopics that I'm going to discuss today are strategic position of India, how Indian Ocean got its name, what are the implications of the large land boundaries and the vast coastline, and lastly we are going to discuss about the our neighbors, that is India's neighbors. Now the strategic position of India, I'm going to explain this with the help of the world map. Now you can see the location of India. Just see the location of India. Now, India forms the south central peninsula of the world's largest continent, that is Asia. It is situated between east and the west, having southward extension of the continent. Now, India's southward extension, that is Deccan Peninsula, easily helps contact with the West Asia, East Africa, Europe from the western coast, and from the eastern coast of India it contacts with Southeast Asia, East Asia, as well as even Australia. Now, Suez Canal, that is the Suez Canal route, has been developed in the year 1869. Now, the Trans-Indian Oceanic routes connects the countries of the Europe and Africa in the west and the countries of the East and Southeast Asia. And the Indian subcontinent lies at the crossroads of the Eastern world. So, what we can see that this is the entire strategic position of India. Asia is there and we are having the southern part of it. As a result, we are having so much important position in the southward extension part of Asian continent, and it has helped India with its maritime contacts with the Asian countries from the west, African countries from the west, European countries from the west, even the Southeast Asian countries and Australia from the east. Now, with the help of the same map, I am going to explain how Indian Ocean got its name. Now, in the previous class only, I said about the coastline. India is having a long coastline. on the Indian Ocean. Now, as India is having a long coastline on the Indian Ocean, what we can see, India has a central location between the East and the West Asia, and the Deccan Peninsula that protrudes towards the Indian Ocean. Because of this extension towards the Indian Ocean, the country protruding towards the oceanic body, above that it is there, that is why it is named as Indian Ocean. As well as the Trans-Indian Oceanic routes connect the countries of the Europe in the west, that already I mentioned, and East Asian countries from the east. So in this way the ocean got its name, that is Indian Ocean. Now, with the help of the India map, I am going to explain about that how the land boundaries help our country, or what is the implication of the large land boundaries. Now we can see the large land boundary of India that has developed the link with the neighboring countries. What is the resultant? We got lots of commodities, ideas from various countries coming to our own country. Even we shared to the world with the knowledge or with the ideas of Upanishads, the Gita, Ramayana, and so on. Now, the Indian numerals as well as decimal system crossed the border and went to Europe through Arabs, and in return we also got the Greek sculpture styles of the domes and minarets from West and West Asia. So, land boundary, the long land boundary has its own implication. Now, next I am going to explain the implication of the coastline. Now, what is the implication of the coastline? Now, long coastline is given a tremendous boost to the India's maritime trade. The word maritime means oceanic trade. Now, 90% of the India's international trade is carried through the sea. There are many major ports in the western coast and even in the eastern coast. Western coasts can connect West Asia, European countries. Eastern coast can connect the Southeast Asian countries. And as a result, we are easily able to contact from the Bay of Bengal or from the Arabian Sea towards the two different parts of the world. So this is what having a long implication of the vast coastline. Now I am going to explain about the India's neighbors with the help of the map only. Pakistan is in the west, Afghanistan is in the northwest, China, Nepal, Bhutan in north part, Bangladesh and Myanmar in the east. Across the sea, we are having the two island countries of Sri Lanka and Maldives, which are our southern maritime neighbors. Now, Sri Lanka is separated by a narrow channel of the sea, which is termed as Park Strait, and you can see a semicircular part that is termed as Gulf of Mannar. So the two features that separates Sri Lanka from India, one is a narrow channel sea, that is Park Strait, and another one is Gulf of Mannar. So this is related to our today's topic, that is India, its strategic position, the naming of the Indian Ocean, the implication of the large land boundaries and the vast coastline, and what are the neighbors that are surrounding us. Now I am proceeding with some of the questions related to the worksheet that I have given. The worksheet that I have given, number 1, how many union territories are there along the western and the eastern coast? Let me show the India map. Now the western coast is, the coast means the land surface adjacent to the water body. Now island group does not fall on the coastal area. So you have to name the that is the union territory that is falling on the western coast and on the eastern coast. Now the name of the largest state, which is Rajasthan, and the name of the smallest state, that is Goa, with respect to area. Now next, third question, name the states which do not have international border or the coastline. Neither they are having international border, neither they are having the coastline. Punjab is having a border. Next part, the one which is not having is Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh. Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Telangana. They don't have the border, that is neither they are having the international border, neither they lie on the coast. Now next, you have to classify the states into 4 groups which have common frontiers. Now this is Pakistan. You have to write the name of the state that is having the connection with Pakistan. Next we are having China, the states which is having the common boundary with China. Next we are having Myanmar, which is having common boundary with Myanmar, and the fourth one is Bangladesh. So just see the map of India and write down the name of the states which is having the connections with these countries, neighboring countries. Now you can see the Tropic of Cancer line. The Tropic of Cancer line. You have to just name the states through which the Tropic of Cancer passes. So, this is your today's work, and complete the worksheet that has been given in all the classes, all the online classes, and just keep a record of all the notes that is being uploaded in the PDF. Next class, I'm going to do the map pointing of this chapter with the help of map. Thank you for following the class.